With the COVID-19 pandemic still at the forefront of our minds, many people, particularly older adults, may have concerns about going in for a doctor's visit as health issues pop up. Joining us today to discuss how telehealth is helping keep patients connected with their doctors is Dr. Saurabha Bhatnagar, Chief Medical Officer, Head of Technology and Performance at United Healthcare Medicare and Retirement. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me today, Christine.
So what is telehealth and how is it helping patients connect with their doctors during the pandemic?
Telehealth is an easy-to-use technology that allows you to connect to your doctor using both audio and video using your technology of choice, such as a smartphone, a laptop, or a computer. And it's both for urgent care as well as scheduled visits. And just as in a time of COVID-19, many folks are connecting with their family members and their loved ones using the same technology, it's just as easy and convenient to connect with your provider using those same tools.
And are older adults actively engaging in telehealth? What are some of the barriers?
We've really seen a shift in how people are accessing healthcare over the last several months. And even with older Americans, last year, for example, in United Healthcare and our Medicare plans, we saw only 0.1% of members using and accessing telehealth. What we saw over the course of the last couple of months is a staggering 12% of older Americans at United Healthcare are using telehealth to connect with their doctors. So while new to you technology may be intimidating, what we have found is that over 62% of older Americans own smartphones, and a staggering 88% are on those devices every single day. So what we're trying to do at United Healthcare is really make sure that our Medicare members are educated in how to use telehealth, just how they're using their regular technology to connect to their loved ones.
And when should someone consider a telehealth visit, and what should patients know if they've never done one before?
Telehealth is great for follow-up care as well as some non-urgent new types of care. And what we've seen at United Healthcare is that over 70% of our patients and our members are seeing their doctors that they are already used to seeing via face-to-face visit. So for non-emergent conditions such as seasonal allergies or pink eye or rashes or behavioral health conditions, as well as even in my own practice for telehealth, I see patients who are following up with me for headaches, for example. What it's not so good for is any sort of emergency care, such as chest pain, broken bones, severe burns, anything that really requires a hands-on physical examination, such as an annual wellness visit or vaccination. So those are the types of things I'd encourage folks to talk to their provider ahead of time to see if telehealth is right for them.
Do you see this as a long-term trend, or do you think doctor visits will resume after the pandemic?
I really see telehealth is here to stay. And I've been seeing patients via telehealth over the last several years, well before COVID-19. And my patients have loved the ease and convenience to be able to talk to me as their provider via telehealth. And what I see is we may not see those same high levels of utilization that we've seen over the last couple of months during COVID-19. But once folks have used telehealth for the first time and found out how easy it is to use, we absolutely believe that more and more folks are going to be accessing telehealth to be able to connect to their healthcare provider in their own healthcare journey.
Where can we get more information?
I'd really encourage your listeners to stay curious about telehealth. So what we're going to do is provide additional information on Telehealth UHCcom, and folks can go there and find information such as the things that we've been talking about. What's the right use for telehealth? When is telehealth maybe not the right option? How to prepare for a telehealth visit and how to set up your technology prior to going to that telehealth visit. Some of those basic things. And what folks may find after going to this website is that it really is easy to use telehealth to connect with your doctor.
Well, Dr. Saurabha Bhatnagar, thank you so much for joining us today. It's really good to hear more about telehealth and glad that it's helping out many people.
Thank you so much, Christine, for having me.